So many of you are familiar with the opera lift that looks a lot like this one, where this sway bar, you push the bar down or lift it up to get the person in a lying or sitting position. This is made by the same company, Arjo. It's called a Maximove. What's neat about this machine is that it's electric. You don't need to push or pull on this bar to get the resident in certain positions. The slings are the same as you would use in the opera lift, so you have the clips that you would put into the larger hole and pull down until it locks. I'll show you. Now this one here, what's neat about it is it has a 500-pound capacity, so it's very good for our bariatric residents. And I find even better than the regular opera lift is that it really sits them in a 90-degree angle as they're coming down into the wheelchair, so it reduces the need to reposition them manually once they're sitting in their chair. It has a weigh scale on it. The legs, what's neat about the legs is that when you open them up, you can see that, when you spread the legs apart, which is one of the buttons here, one leg comes out first, and then the other one comes out, which could be very handy if you're in a tight quarter or you need to get the one leg in between two wheelchair wheels to get at a certain angle. You can close it up here. You see this one's closing? So right there, this one's straight while that one's off to the side. Keep that in mind because it could be very handy to get the resident in a perfect position right on top of their chair when you have to bring them back down. Now also on the controller, what you see here, you'll also have on this part of the machine, you have the up and down arrow, which just brings the entire beam up and down. And then this one here will bring them in a sitting position, so the little banana is sitting up. That's what you do as you're putting them down into the chair, and then the other button will go in the opposite direction where you're laying them down if you're bringing them back to bed. I'll turn it around for you now. If you see this battery, if you have a close look at the battery, it looks exactly like the one that we use for the sit-to-stand lift, the Arjos, and the tub chair lift. The difference is this machine, because it's higher capacity, we're lifting anywhere up to 500 pounds. It has more power in it. So there's a special battery for this lift. They are labeled, it says Maximove on them. So make sure that when you're using this lift that it's a Maximove battery that's in there so that it has enough juice to come back down once you've brought the resident up in the air. If for some reason it stops in transit, the way to get it down, your manual release is up here. So you would pop this thing off here, pull out this peg, and then you have to manually crank it. So you're going clockwise to go down to bring the resident back down. Make sure they're over a wheelchair or bed, and then put the pin back in, push this back down, and you're good to go. If that happens, make sure you got the right battery.